Hey everyone, Sal here. Welcome back to episode 13 of the Melvor Idle Random Adventure Series. Between the last episode and this episode, I've largely done a decent amount of skilling, mostly on the crafting front. As you can see, I did get 99. I think I was at 97 before, somewhere around there. Picked up 99, all the way to 107, my current skill cap as per the adventure mode rules. And spend some mastery before I forget here. Just been dumbing it on whatever, as I often do, just to take it down to the 95%. What even is this? Oh, I could take it down to 50% if I wanted to. I should have been doing that, because sometimes I would leave for very long periods of time and get more than the 5% that would cap me off, so I probably should have been doing that, but not extremely relevant for the time being, at least. But you can see I have 384 mil mastery XP. For something that's 99, takes 13 mil. I guess it follows the normal XP curve, which makes sense. I just never thought about it before, I guess. And if we check the item log, completion log, items, this takes a long time to load for some reason. Green. Apparently if I put a space in that, it doesn't work. Green D-head body. I've found / made almost 500,000 of them, gaining almost 300 mil GP from sales. It's not actually the fastest thing for me to do. It was just, I guess, an easy thing for me to do without spending a ton of supplies. The volcanic cave is better money per hour. It's about 1 mil plus chests plus... Well, it's about a mil to 1.5 mil an hour, because you can sell fire capes at the end of the day, plus chests, whatever you get from there. So I've been doing some more of that, chewing through some watermelons here. I haven't really needed to get more food. I did some range training. I ended up doing a little bit of the, what's it called, the dungeon Hall of Wizards, and got a handful of those chests. And I was planning on looking at magic. I do have magic unlocked, but I've never trained it because getting runes is a pain. Because even though I have runecrafting unlocked, I have no way of getting essence right now. You can use alt magic to get essence from just learning, but that requires nature runes. And I can't get nature runes without runecrafting. Or Slayer. Maybe you can get it from Slayer, but either way, I can't get them personally. So I trained my range by doing that dungeon and Master Wizards, I think, for a little bit. And the combat area at the Wizard Tower, yeah, Master Wizards. Got some Mind, Chaos, and Death runes from that. Amulets of Magic as well to work towards the Fez, up to 120 of those out of 200. Decent amount of runes for training purposes, but really at the moment, I figured it was going to be a long investment for me to do that and then get to the point of having the ability to do the next set of dungeons at scale, I guess is how I would phrase that. I'm sure I can do the Water God dungeon no problem because I have range gear. And, well, okay, I don't even know if I can say that because I don't think I can do it with a bow consistently with the level of damage reduction that I have. And I don't currently have a crossbow, but even if I did, it would take a long time to gather bolts. And so with that in consideration, it would take me probably a decent while to do the Water God dungeon if I can't do it with a bow. And then I would get, magic gear, train my magic up, but then I would have to do the Earth God dungeon using magic, and in order to do so, I would need a bunch of runes that I have great difficulty getting. It would just take a long time, I feel like. So I'm at the point where skills cost 100 mil, figured that's still not too high that I wouldn't consider doing it, and I consider doing it, and I think it's worth it, so I did it. Speaking of worth it, this is not worth keeping anymore, I think, so we can sell that, free up some space. And so I went and did that. And now here we are, just over 100 mil. Can sell off all of these fire caves, but I guess I'll keep one. Another mill, and we can open the chest as well. I'm just going to leave the dungeon at the moment. More silver bars, any gold bars, yep, a handful. Gems are nice as well, and a little bit of money from selling everything else. Oh, that was not all of the chests, I see now. Next batch then. Only 34 more. Ancient helmet equals more money, I guess. And another ancient helmet. Amulet of Fury too, which is nice. We need a lot of those for the near and far future. So 10th one for the Fez if we want to go after that at some point soon, which I probably will. And that puts us at 103 mil, almost 104, to have a little bit of a buffer after I unlock my next skill. So let's do that. Alright, reminder for anybody not familiar with the series at this point, we're going to spin the wheel here to unlock our next skill out of the available options of Prayer, Slayer, Woodcutting, Firemaking, Mining, Smithing, Thieving, and Agility. No Township, because Township will be unlocked last, as per the series rules. So let's go for it. You gotta be kidding me. I feel like I get screwed at every possible turn with this. Okay, not every possible, but 90 to 95% of them. But honestly, I'm here for it because that's what this series is all about. The series is all about putting yourself in a situation where you really wouldn't be in otherwise without the randomness. So there we go, Firemaking for 100 mil. Not a skill I would normally unlock in adventure mode before things like Thieving or Agility or Slayer. So yeah, this is kind of hilarious. I guess that helps with cooking a little bit. So the question, as with every single unlock we've done, I feel like, becomes, how the heck are we going to make our next batch of money for the next skill? 200 mil. Obviously, I could just do the things I've been doing, just more of them. But especially like, 150, 200 hours of Volcanic Cave. Not the worst thing. There are worse things you could be pushed into doing. But at the same time, yeah, I don't really know, I guess. So this might involve, this was a consideration of mine to begin with, considering what else I can do with crafting for profit, if anything. I mean, there are a lot of things I have the level to craft, but don't have the means of getting supplies to do so. Large urns, if I can get some ash. Actually, I do have, I was going to say, this might be a pain because I don't know if I have logs for firemaking, but I do. I've been growing a ton of trees, so 366k maple logs is quite a lot. So I could at least upgrade now once I get some logs. I can get the firemaking level to upgrade the cooking fire, and that'll help cooking out a little bit at least. So I think I am going to end up probably going through the dungeon chain here. I don't know if I can actually do the impending doom event because I don't have Slayer unlocked. I'm pretty sure you need Slayer unlocked to do it, right? So yeah, that kind of puts a potential damper on things in terms of the overall game/combat progression sense. So yeah, I guess I'll look into what I can do with firemaking and what I can do with the dungeons if I, like, Cloudburst Staff, is there something I'm forgetting about that, for example? Don't know, so I guess I'll check it out. So, interesting thing, it turns out no enemies drop normal logs. And I thought they did this whole time. So that means I will not be able to train fire making. This is actually part of the reason I am doing this challenge. I'm looking for gaps in what I perceive to be certain reward spaces, and then thinking about filling them with mods. So yeah, this is all good information to have firsthand from that perspective at least, but yeah, for now, the pain continues. I did look into the dungeons as well. The Cloudburst Staff would be pretty good to get. I think it would make even, like, the Mind Rune requiring spells pretty solid, like solid enough to use magic, and Mind Runes are going to be the easiest to get, of course, most quantity in terms of drops. So I may end up doing this, but I think what I'll have to do is do a ton of the Air God dungeon with melee in order just to get bolts, because I don't have that many bolts. Or I guess I can use thrown ammo as well, because I need a shield in order to be able to run the Water God dungeon at the moment fully idle. So if I equip this, I'm up to 46% damage reduction. I need, I believe, 51%. If I check again here. Okay, maybe I don't need that much. 41 or 51 might be a little overkill. This is good because I forgot, or I guess I didn't realize that Fez is not going to be possible right now. The only way for me to get an Amulet of Glory, everything else is good, like I have most of them in some amount of quantity, or I can get them pretty easily. The Amulet of Glory, which I forgot you needed, is a 1 in 160 from Rune Knights, and that's the only place I can get it at the moment. So I need to kill an average of 32,000 of them, which I guess isn't too far-fetched given some of the other grinds so far, but probably might want to hold off on that, I guess. So if I go Amulet of Range and the Diamond Ring, I'll be up to 49%, and that'll be good enough. So I might end up doing that. And I might actually do a run right now and see how that goes. See if I'm, try out the javelins or the throwing knives. Because really, if I can get 99 range, I have some amount of ammo preservation from astrology. If I check here, 5%. I don't know if there's a baseline. Actually, is this listed anywhere? I don't think it is. But if I have 5% there, and I get 50% from cape, the 99 range cape, 15% from the fact that it's thrown ammo, and you're looking at 70% there. I don't know, like I'm not going to be able to give up these, of course, but I don't know if there's anywhere else I can reasonably get that stat. Oh, I have the pet too, of course, so that's another 5%, that'd be 75%. Doesn't look like there are really any other easy ways to get the stat at the moment besides just getting level 99, so yeah, I guess I'm going to try a run right now and see how it goes. Alright, this should be it here shortly. There we go. 143k? Hang on a minute. That's a lot. I mean, granted, it took me a while to run. About 20 minutes, okay. 3 runs an hour, I guess that's not the absolute worst thing, but it took me about 400 to 500 ancient javelins at 25%. So I think if you bump that up to 75% with the range cape, get an elite amulet of range, because I don't need 50%. Wait, do I? I didn't need 51. I needed lower than that. Let me check here if 49 still works. It appears to. So drop the elite amulet of defense for 1 of range, gives you 1% damage reduction instead of 2, and a bunch more range attack and strength. So I think I could get away with that. So I think what I'm going to do is end up, I guess, leave the dungeon and stop throwing these things. Go for 99 range, as well as grind out some air god dungeon for the more ammo, I guess, and go from there, because big potential. So I guess what I will do is lock these things so I never have to worry about doing that. Sell this because I'm not going to need it yet again. And we'll open the first one just for the sake of it. Helmet. Alright then. Otherwise, you know, maybe I could have gotten a lucky Cloudburst staff there and we would have been off to the races. But yeah, probably stack up some air chests, get some bolts, some throwing knives and javelins, and go from there, I think. Make some money along the way. Have to do a bunch of stuff, gather supplies and all that probably on the way too. And that'll be the subject of next episode. So thank you for watching if you have to this point, and appreciate the support on the series. Hope you're having a good time, and I'll see you next time. Peace.